First, an update on the coronavirus situation, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the nation this evening at 8 p.m. on the situation arising out of coronavirus outbreak. In a Twitter message, the Prime Minister's office said that Prime Minister Modi will talk about issues related to COVID-19 and the efforts to combat it. Yesterday, Prime Minister Modi shared a high-level meeting to review the ongoing efforts to contain the spread of the virus. In the meeting, ways to further strengthen India's preparedness were discussed, including further enhancing testing facilities. He has also urged the officials and technical experts to deliberate on the steps to be taken next. The Prime Minister also expressed their gratitude to all those at the forefront of combating coronavirus, including state governments, medical fraternity, armed and paramilitary forces, those in the aviation sector, municipal staff, and others. The Prime Minister has been urging people to prepare themselves but not panic. He has supported the idea of avoiding non-essential travel and limiting the gatherings to check the spread of the virus. Earlier this week, he also initiated a video conference of the SAARC nations to prepare a joint strategy to tackle the pandemic. And a day after Prime Minister Modi suggested a joint conference of G20 nations to frame a joint strategy to address the coronavirus pandemic, Saudi Arabia has called for a virtual summit. The Saudi G20 presidency is communicating with member nations to convene a virtual leaders summit next week to advance the coordinated response to COVID-19 pandemic. In the summit, the G20 leaders will put forward a coordinated set of policies to protect people and safeguard the global economy. Remember, on Tuesday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in a telephonic conversation with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, had emphasized the need for coordinated efforts to address the global challenge. In the conversation, the two leaders agreed that a similar exercise at the level of G20 leaders would be useful. And in India, the number of cases of coronavirus infections have risen to 169, out of which 151 are active cases, while 14 have been discharged. 3 people have died so far due to coronavirus, and the government is considering roping private laboratories. The Health Ministry yesterday said that it was an evolving situation, and while taking all precautions, it is also trying to be prepared for every eventuality. The Indian Council of Medical Research, or the ICMR, which is the nodal agency for battling the virus, is in talks with the private laboratories as well. The government is also trying to get across the message of social distancing, seen as the only way of breaking the viral chain of transmission. Over the last weeks, the various state governments have shut down educational institutions, malls and multiplexes, cancelled sports gatherings, functions, and urged people not to travel. The central government has shut down all the monuments, museums, national parks, and private companies have urged their employees to work from home, and some state governments are also considering a similar move. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Human Resource and Development has also ordered the Central Board of Secondary Education, that is the CBSE, and all the educational institutions to postpone the ongoing examinations till 31st of March amid the ongoing novel coronavirus spread. This includes Class 10, Class 12 board examinations. JEE mains will also get rescheduled, and new dates would be announced after 31st of March. Meanwhile, India has also temporarily banned the entry of passengers from 36 countries, while people travelling from 11 countries will be mandatorily quarantined in the wake of coronavirus outbreak. Also, overseas citizen of India, that is OCI card holders, except from the restricted countries, will be required to obtain a fresh visa from the Indian mission and only then allowed to enter India. India, meanwhile, also evacuated its 405 citizens, including students, stranded at the Kuala Lumpur airport in Malaysia due to the coronavirus outbreak. On Tuesday, the Indian government approved Air Asia flights for Delhi and Vizag to help the stranded Indians. The Indian nationals were struck at the Kuala Lumpur airport after the government banned the entry of passengers from EU countries, Turkey and UK from 18th of March till 31st of March, and also closed its doors to those from Afghanistan, the Philippines and Malaysia. All right, Anu Diwan, our colleague, is joining us live from the national capital. Anu, we've been witnessing that the number of cases of coronavirus in our country have been increasing. There are now 151 active cases. And at the same time, we have seen the government has taken several measures as well to contain the spread of the virus. We understand that some Indians are from close to 405 were also evacuated from the Kuala Lumpur airport. And Prime Minister Modi is going to address the nation tonight at 8 p.m. What more updates you can give us?
Definitely, Aishwarya, if we talk about the numbers, increasing numbers that has now risen up to 151 active cases. These active cases are those, that means these people are being hospitalized and are going under treatment to fight coronavirus. But accordingly to the ministry's latest update, if we see the total number of cases in the country is now 166, excluding the 3 deaths. The total number of cases, if we listen to this now, is 169 up till date. So if we see that we are still at a stage 2, which is very preventable, because stage 2 means that those who have travel history can suffer from this disease. But if we have to prevent ourselves from entering the stage 3, that is the most worst, that is community transmission. Government is making a lot of effort to prevent ourselves, to prevent the country from entering this stage 3, so that we can prevent ourselves from community transmission and prevent this disease here only. So government has made many number of decisions. If we talk about the latest decision, that is cancelling, not cancelling, but postponing the board exams and other entrance exam like JEE means that has been postponed till 31st of March, and the new dates will be announced only after 31st of March, seeing the condition of coronavirus in the country. Government has made this made this bold decision, you can say, is seeing the situation of coronavirus in the country, and has asked people not to move out of the house and stay as much as at their home as possible, so that we can prevent this outbreak, prevent the chain of coronavirus from spreading. Tonight at 8 p.m. all eyes and ears will be on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's address to the nation on this coronavirus situation. His address will be motivating to the people who are fighting with coronavirus and who are dealing, like the doctors and everyone who are tackling this situation, and awareness, and we can say awareness for the people who will listen to this and will come out and join hands in the public to fight this coronavirus and take as much measurable measures, as much curable measures so that we can stop this chain to spread. All right. So all eyes and ears will be tonight at 8 p.m. on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's address. Also, Aishwarya, one thing more. Yesterday, Lieutenant Governor Nalin Baijal and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal held a meeting, and today we are expecting some major announcements on the public transport. That will be more in Delhi, because if we see the number of cases rising to Delhi has increased to 11, and other states, if we see that Maharashtra is the worst state of coronavirus today with 42 number of cases.
Yes.
So only the awareness and cooperating with the steps and advisories of the government issuing day by day to the public is only the cure, we can say, today we have.
All right, that is the only option that we have: social distancing and following the instructions and the advisories that the government has been issuing from time to time. Thank you so much, Anu, for all those updates there. And now, talking about the global situation, the coronavirus pandemic has claimed 8,657 lives so far across the world, with the number of infected cases now rising to over 2 lakh globally. And governments across Europe, North America and Asia have rolled out tough measures to contain the spread of the deadly virus. For the first time since the outbreak, China has reported no new domestic case of COVID-19, including in Wuhan, which is the epicenter of the outbreak. However, a total of 34 new COVID-19 imported cases were reported on the Chinese mainland on Wednesday. 8 more people died, taking the death toll in the country to 3,245, and the overall confirmed cases reached 80,928 by the end of Wednesday. And talking about other countries, Italy on Wednesday reported 475 new deaths, which is the highest one-day official toll of any nation since the outbreak. Total deaths in Italy have reached 2,978, more than half of all these cases recorded outside China, while the number of infections stood at 35,713. Meanwhile, Iran also reported its single biggest jump in deaths on Wednesday as another 147 people died, raising the country's overall death toll to 1,135. And Iran's deputy health minister has urged the public to avoid travel and crowded places. Meanwhile, the European Union also sealed its borders on Wednesday, barring travelers from outside the bloc for 30 days to try to slow the rapid spread of the virus. Europe has now recorded 3,437 deaths, surpassing Asia's fatalities of 3,384. Now, there are more than 79,000 cases across Europe, with Italy, Spain and France leading with infections and fatalities. London and Washington have announced massive economic stimulus packages as well after coming under fire over their response to the crisis. US President Donald Trump said that the White House was discussing a substantial bill with the Congress that would include immediate cash payments to Americans. Donald Trump said that the US-Canada border would also be closed for all non-essential travel, but he assured that trade would continue unaffected. Meanwhile, Australia's government has also urged citizens to not travel abroad and has banned the gathering of more than 100 people as the cases there have topped 500. Meanwhile, Malaysia has already banned travelers from overseas and Vietnam has blocked visitors from several European nations. And the World Health Organization has urged the Middle Eastern governments to be more forthcoming with information about the new coronavirus infections in order to effectively combat the global pandemic. The WHO has also cautioned the African nations to prepare for the worst. Remember, Africa has so far seen few cases of COVID-19, but WHO has asked for caution. It has also caused for aggressive action in the Southeast Asia to combat the virus. The WHO has called for every suspected coronavirus case to be tested, though many countries are only screening those who require hospitalization or who are very sick.